Alright gang, I am with Larry and Mama Sue, and we're going to pick something up. I don't know how much of this I'll be able to videotape, but
30 cents.
I will let you guys know that
You got a new truck.
I am
Got a dually, doesn't he?
getting myself a convertible. But a convertible what? You'll just have to wait and see. Say hi, Mama.
Hello.
Say hi, Larry.
Hey, hey, hey.
We'll see you guys in a little bit. Pardon the wind noise. It's a little windy out here, but this might give you guys a hint as to what I might have gotten. What is behind door number 1? This, folks, I'm still in awe. This is my very own 1955, yes, 55 King Midget Model 2. How is that for just awesome? New upholstery. Paint leaves a little to be desired, but you got to figure the age of this thing. The fact that it's all intact, no rust, new wood, new upholstery, and this right here is the convertible top bale. And we will be getting a convertible top made for it. We have our engine, and it is an old Wisconsin 9-horse, just like the one that Musty One has. Starts, runs. We didn't put it in gear yet, but I'm sure that it'll go in gear just fine. We'll find out more about it once we get it home.
Well, it's got new tires on it.
And it does. Yeah, it's got new wheels and tires on it. And apparently the previous owners never drove it. They did work to it, but they never drove it.
Yeah.
So I'm just tickled pink. You guys have no idea.
It's got a super dash. I like that dash too.
Yeah, the dash matches the woodwork. But whoever did the wood did a really good job on
They
it.
did a decent job. They sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, I love these wooden doors.
And the doors just slide right up. You can just take the doors off and run them without the doors. But take that bungee cord off there, Larry. Then,
Yeah.
then you can open
That's
it.
all right. I'll just...
Here, go ahead. Now you can open the door. Slide back. Push in on the door a little bit and just slide it straight back. There you go.
Oh, okay. It fits tight.
Yep, fits good and tight.
Yeah, you'll have to put something underneath the running board down here.
Yeah, I think this just slid forward. Nope, it didn't.
Nope.
So yeah, we've got a gap down here to fill in, which is no big
That'll
deal.
slide back.
Well, it should have, but I think it's facing.
Oh, I just didn't. Well,
Yeah, it's just
sitting there.
sitting there. You just have to pick it up.
There it goes.
Oh.
There we go. That closes the gap. But new upholstery, and this you just lift straight up on to lean it forward so you can access the engine from the other side. And then it has this storage tray, but you can also just lift the storage tray to get. There's better access to this
Yeah,
than there is that.
there is.
So much easier to get to things. But a lot of exploring and investigating to do to it so that
Boy, it's a cutie.
Huh?
It's a cutie.
It is. It is. I'm beside myself.
I would be.
So you know, we didn't put on there how you acquired it now.
Huh?
Don't you record how you got this car? I mean,
I got it from Paul.
yeah, you got it from Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
He gave you a pretty good deal.
You got it.
He
yeah.
did. Well, as a matter of fact,
And he gave you a good deal on fixing it out.
yep, he did. He got it running for me. And you have to wait for the title. Title's going to be coming up from Tennessee.
Next year, I'm
But
gonna sort out some stuff.
this front nose piece is all actually aluminum, just pressed aluminum, and it's thick. It's a good thick piece. We've got one crooked eyeball, but we can fix that.
Boy, having that refrigerator and microwave.
And Gary still talks about that.
But when we get it off the trailer, we'll go for a ride in it. How about that? It's in really, really nice shape. For a 55, it's in fantastic shape. Now these didn't have speedometers on them back then, so we don't
Well,
know
there's a ladder.
what kind of mileage it has on it, but it fires right up,
Yeah.
sits there and purrs like a kitten. But you'll see the engine's got the oddball engine with the distributor cap on it that takes points, and condenser and rotor, just like rotor button rather, just like a automobile. Turn signals work. They were added, but oh, and look at this automatic windshield wiper too. Automatic windshield wiper. I think that's the kind Larry has, an automatic windshield wiper.
Used to have.
He's got,
Oh, you got the power one?
he's
You know?
got the power now. I'm gonna have to get one too. Ouch.
I thought you had a power.
Nope.
But we'll dig into it deeper once we get it off the trailer. I will catch all you guys after a while. And you may or may not see Larry and Mama Sue
Here
again.
I am.
So,
But here we are with our mask on.
well,
She's not.
No, I couldn't.
one of you. There you go. There's Larry. So we'll see you guys in a little
Got
bit.
it hooked.
Well, we're back in a familiar place with an unfamiliar car in the shop. I'll reintroduce to you 1955 King Midget. Type 2 or Series 2, depending on who you talk to. Here's its cute little badge. And its front grille shell area is made of pressed aluminum. The rest of it is steel. I don't know if you guys were able to hear on the other part of the clip, so some of it may be redundant. I might be repeating myself, but it was owned by a couple for a long time, and they never drove it. Never drove it. Did a lot of work to it, but they never drove it. New wheels and tires, new bearings, redid the upholstery, got the doors made and put on, did a lot of stuff to it. It's got turn signals, and it's got the little spinny wheel on the inside of it right here, and that's for self-canceling the turn signals, but it doesn't reach. So because it doesn't reach, it won't self-cancel, and you don't want to move it up too close to here where you'll be turning the turn signals on when you don't want to. 6 volt, 1955 stands to reason. It is a 6 volt system. It's going to be getting switched up to a 12 volt. It is going to be getting a Vanguard in it. I'm going to have some purists get a little upset, and I'm sorry, but I have to be able to keep up with the rest of the King Midgets, and the majority of them have already got this swap done. But not to worry, I'm keeping all of the original parts. In fact, I've already got, now this has the Wisconsin 9-horse in it, the same engine that Musty 1 has, but right back there, it's not easy to see, right back there, the green motor, turquoise motor, is a 12-horse Kohler that was in Mama Sue's Type 3 or Model 3, and the dual pulley setup that runs off of the dual clutch is hanging over here. those pulleys right there. 2-speed setup, kind of cool. Works on, let's see, I'm trying to remember what Paul said exactly. I think he said 53 was the last year of the single speed, and they went to the 2-speed. See, little bits of things here and there that show signs of work being done, like patch weld here. You guys can see that. A patch weld there, and then that little nub right there. Just little things. Excuse me. But you've got to figure 1955. This thing's got a year or two on it, right? Get a good close look on the inside here. The frame rails are kind of neat. They're perforated like we used to do the old hot rods. That's just to lighten them up. It's like we have a rogue screw in one of those holes that someone dropped. But it is a mechanical brake system, just rear brakes. That also will be getting changed to 4-wheel drum juice brakes. We'll also be getting a rack and pinion put in instead of the current steering setup. But right there on the right is your gas pedal, and that is your brake pedal. As soon as you step on it, you're also depressing that little switch, which turns your brake light on. Talk about rudimentary, right? And those of you who have been around for a while know what that button is. That's your high beam, low beam button. And then you can see this cable that runs all the way around those two pulleys. That's your mechanical brake system. You push on that pedal right there, or pull the emergency brake, which is right here, and that operates the back brakes. Your throttle is just a cable pinched between a nut and bolt, connected to a spring-loaded pedal. Storage area up underneath. There is surprisingly plenty of foot room in this. Right below the seat is Flintstone mobile territory. We'll get that flipped up and show you. Right there. And then this rod right here is your gear selector for forward or reverse. Push down for forward, pull up for reverse, and that knob is your choke. You see how the cable, and it's a new cable, which is nice. The cable's been run through pockets in the frame to keep it out of harm's way. And the seat has been recovered. There was a bungee strap that came across, and it kind of put a little bit of a booger on either side of the seat from the bungee strap that goes through these hooks that was holding the doors closed. It is what it is. The seat back here, if you look, is not covered right there, but the material to cover that is included right there in this tube. You can see. And I think I'm just going to go with the same color top. I'll take it over to Lee and have Lee fabricate the vinyl for it off of pictures. There's the convertible frame hoop, and I'll of course go through and get this all painted back up to a nice cream color. You set the top up on it simply by, you have 4 mounting points. There's one here, down there, and then in back, left and right. I'll have to show you guys once I get it on, but you've got 2 more mounting bolts. Where are they at? Or holes rather. That hole right there, and then that hole over there. This was, I don't know if this was originally this way. I don't think it was, because it's got Phillips head screws in it. But this back panel has been made for really easy access to the very clean Wisconsin 9-horse really good looking clean motor. Like I say, when I go to switch everything over to a Vanguard with a CVT transmission, it will become a 12 volt system. When it goes to a 12 volt system, then we'll be changing all the light bulbs. That's really all we have to do, is change the light bulbs. Otherwise it's just going to blow the 6 volt bulbs out. It's got a old Delco Ramey starter bolted up to the Wisconsin, kind of a beefy guy. And then right down there, I don't know how well you can see it. Well, let's do it this way. Let's just open up the hatch. Now normally that's how this opens. Previous owners did this, and I don't know why, but there you can get a better little, whoop, easy, better shot of the, let me get the flashlight flipped around here, better shot of the little 6 volt generator. Also, no, it is an Autolite generator, 6 volt generator, cute little bugger, isn't it? But we will be going to 12 volt. Does have a horn. Well, it has a horn button, but the horn has been taken out of it. You need a 6 volt horn. I don't have a 6 volt horn. I do have these 2 horns up here, and I might be able to tune that one right there so that it'll work on 6 volt. We'll just have to see. Just really neat, and they're not kit cars. These were sold out of the back of Popular Mechanics magazines for a little bit of nothing. It's my understanding, if I was listening to Paul correctly, these back fenders have been remanufactured, so they are not the correct fenders. If you can see, these actually have a bead roll going down either side. So that may be something that gets changed, because I am going to be also going with 5-spoke, kind of like Krager SS wheels and wider tires, so I have better road stability. So to cover all the modifications that are going to happen, pretty simple. Modification is not part of getting the top done or the getting the interior done in the back here. And I also want to get carpeting made for down here. We're talking about putting a Vanguard V-twin 18 horse Vanguard in here with essentially a golf cart clutch system, like a CVT transmission. Then going to a rack and pinion front steering, which is actually a Mustang 2 derivative, and drum brakes all the way around, juice brakes. Like right now I said they're mechanical. It stops pretty good, but going to mechanical, going from mechanical to juice brakes. So we'll have a little master cylinder up there and run 4-wheel drum brakes. Let's see what else. Everything works on it, with the exception of there just not being a horn there. Even the automatic windshield wiper works. I think I already showed that to you guys. Isn't that funny? But it works. If you're in the rain, you steer with one hand, and you can go as fast or slow as you want, or you can have your passenger take care of it. A little bit narrower in the passenger compartment on this than the Series / Model 3, but I like it. I really like the roadster vibe that it gives. The rounded look on it. Just think it's neat. Love the bug eyes. You guys know I like my chrome, so I'm going to try to source some large, I think these are 7 1/4 inch or 7 inch, I think they're 7 inch light buckets that I can put up here and have some chrome. The front bumpers, the front and back bumpers, those are original to the car. That's what they came with. we'll get down and get underneath this thing here in just a second, but right now the camera's yelling at me to change the battery, so hang on. Can you believe how fast I changed that battery? It was almost instantaneous, wasn't it? And this battery's only 50% charged. It does have new Deco highway tires on it, which is awesome for now. Let's take a look underneath. Got the flashlight in my pocket. I'll show you how these doors latch. Got this little aluminum slide here. Just goes against that little metal tab. Push it in and closed. Pretty easy. Easy peasy. And stuff like this, where that is separated, I'll have to pop the windshield off and get a replacement gasket here. Should be easy enough. I don't imagine it's too difficult to find something like that. Let's get into here and take a look at the business goings on in the front. You'll see two loose wires. Those two loose wires are the horn wires. So they are hanging like right over here. But get a look here at the way the steering works. It's got these really big axle tubes, and they have got some killer welds on them. There are grease zerks in a number of places. We have a grease able spot up here. Big old solid round tube going the full distance left to right, and right there you turn the steering wheel, you turn, and it does have a itty bitty little gearbox, so it's not like a 1-to-1 steering ratio. What a nifty little thing it is, huh? This is actually bare brushed aluminum here. And, oh, sorry. The paint looks pretty decent, but on closer inspection you can see it's just a real quick down and dirty spray job. Will it be getting a color change? Eventually, but not in the foreseeable future. Right now, primarily, I'm worried about the mechanics of it. I want to be sure I'm going to be able to have it safe on the road. And yes, these are 100% street legal. So, 1955 King Midget Series / Type 2. So what do you say we start it? Let me mount the camera here. I've already got the fuel on, and I've already got the battery connected, so it should just be a matter of turning the key and pushing the button. The starter does need shimmed. You'll hear it's grinding a little bit. Let's see what we get. I may have to get in and choke it. And that clinking sound, I'm not sure what that is. Ah, I see what it is. It's just the starter needs to be shimmed out a little bit. if we look, this thing's going to stall on me if I can sit there and run it that low of an idle. Watch. The starter is hitting the flywheel, so there's too much engagement. It just needs backed off just a little bit. Shimmed out, so that's no big deal there. But look how slow. What fun. And you can kind of see how things work here. You've got the outermost pulley is driving the alternator, or the generator rather. You have two belts. One belt is for low speed, which is the inside, and then one's an inside clutch, one's an outside clutch. So when one opens the freewheel, the other one closes and allows second gear to take place at a predetermined RPM. You can also see down here the distributor cap and the distributor. Get a light on that so you can see it a little better. Go ahead and shut her off so you guys can hear me a little better. You see that? If you guys watch Musty One's video, he's got that. And there's just cap rotor up under there. You can see right here, this wire comes off. It's just essentially just an external set of points run off of a gear. Pretty much just that easy. And Paul went ahead and put a new fuel line and a new sediment bowl on it for us. It's got a really good sized gas tank. I believe it's 2.5 gallon, which will get you, believe it or not, close to 100 miles. And get this fuel shut off. And I'll also shut the or disconnect the battery. But we're looking at it, yeah. There's the axle tube right there mounted to the gearbox, which is the big bulbous thing over there on the opposite side. And then your shifting rod is just forward of that, and it just pulls out for forward, pushes in for reverse. Just pretty neat little car. Pretty neat little street legal car. And considering its age, it is surprisingly unmolested. Most of the mounting bolts and tabs are, well, you can see there's new hardware everywhere. New hardware just absolutely everywhere. Originally it would have had a panel that would have gone inside this groove. You can't really see that that's a groove. There, inside that groove, but they decided to make easier access to the engine, and I kind of like that. So you guys tell me what you think of Zippo. Whoops, we're missing a mounting bolt there. Tell me what you think of Zippo's latest acquisition, a 1955 King Midget Type / Series 2. I couldn't have done it without the help of some great friends who were on the lookout for me, who insisted that I get a King Midget so that I could partake in the joy of the groups. It's even got a license plate mount here for you. That's neat. Partake in the joy of being in the King Midget membership club, or being a member of the King Midget Club. But as time goes on, I will learn more and more about it. I have about a 20-pound sack full of stuff in the truck yet to go through. If I find any cool stuff in that stack, I will pull it out, pull the camera out, and shoot a video showing you guys that stuff too. But I'm digging it. So you tell me what you guys think. Zippo's got himself a convertible Woody. Neat and nifty, neat and nifty. Like I said, plenty of leg room. If you guys want to see, I'll just go ahead and climb in so you guys can take a gander. Got more than enough room for even Zippo's broken rear to get in here. And once I'm in and seated back, there we go. My legs are got plenty of room. That'd be a little tight in here with two people, but all in all, I'm digging it. Amp gauge is all we have. We'll probably just use GPS as far as speed goes, and get into this box and get a indicator bulb in there. Right now it has a 12 volt flasher in it, so we'll just leave that 12 volt flasher in there, wired up and up underneath the dash. What kind of coin do we have here? We've got a French lick. That'd be French Lick, Indiana, guys. Larry Bird owns that. So there we go. There's Zippo's King Midget. Should be a lot of fun. Well, that's it. I'm gonna get back in the house, take a load off, and read through a bunch of literature. Even the insides of these door panels look really neat. Good job. They did a real good job on it. Alright, that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I promise you, I will be on the next one. It's your friendly neighborhood Zippo. Later. I'm out of here.